Hey everyone, it's Michael Simmons here, co-founder of the Extreme Entrepreneurship Tour, and I am here with my very good friend, which I actually met at NYU, Doug Fath. Doug happens to be an award-winning real estate investor and young entrepreneur. And while I had Doug over here for dinner, I thought I'd ask him a few questions. So, Doug, without feeling embarrassed about bragging, can you tell me a little bit about your background as an entrepreneur and your success stories and what you do?
Sure. I started my first business at the age of 19 while in college, and I sold two of those businesses just a couple years later. And for the last 5 years, I've been building my real estate portfolio that currently we manage about $3 million worth of real estate that generates over $100,000 a year in passive income.
And, that's great, the success, the financial success, but can you tell us also a little bit about what that has allowed you to do in terms of your lifestyle?
Yeah, well, actually, that success has allowed me. I just got back, just took a dream vacation with my girlfriend Alexis. We were in Asia and Australia for 3 months and had an amazing time.
Awesome. Well, I want to, in the few moments I have you here for, I want to make sure we get something of value for the people listening or watching, particularly people in the finances. I know a lot of times you have your both of us went to business school together. Mm-hmm. You have your finance classes, and you think about when am I going to apply this?
Yeah.
So, for you, can you tell me about have finances been important in your business, and can you talk a little bit about how maybe you used to have it and how you have it now and what you've learned?
Sure. Well, one of the things, and I remember being in business class too, and even hearing other people talk about the importance of finances, but I actually didn't really understand how important understanding finances are until I became an entrepreneur, and even actually after a few years of kind of being an entrepreneur and being an investor. And without a doubt, understanding finances, understanding the income statement, the cash flow statement, your balance sheet, those are the most important things about a business, because it's the livelihood, especially the cash flow statement is the livelihood of any business. If you don't have cash flow, you're as good as dead. So, don't take it lightly when you're talking about it, because, as I said, I think it's the most important thing when it comes to being able to run a successful business, because you need to be able to understand those statements, because that's what's going to make you the money. And if you're not making any money, you need to be able to read those statements to realize that, because that means you need to change something else, and you got to do it quick, otherwise you're going to be out of business pretty soon.
And has there ever been a situation where you didn't manage your finances properly, and what happened there?
Unfortunately, yes, there have been a time or two, actually probably a lot more than that. But early on when I was investing in real estate, I had a lot of projections about how this property was going to perform, and I acquired the property. But what I didn't do was, once I acquired it, I wasn't tracking it monthly to look at the income. I wasn't looking at the cash flow statement every month. And I had these projections that I thought were putting hundreds of dollars of cash flow into my pocket every month. But, about a year later, when I actually sat down to run the finances and the cash flow statement, what I saw was I was actually losing hundreds of dollars every month. So that's a pretty big thing to swing. And actually what ended up happening was, because of my negligence about this and not staying on top of the cash flow statement and my other finances, after a couple of years, I actually accrued over $50,000 in personal credit card debt, because my business was actually not making cash flow that I thought it was, and I was using my credit cards to live on. That's something, I don't even know if I've ever shared that before, but that just actually goes to illustrate how important it is to be on top of your finances so that you don't end up in a situation like that.
All right, so there you have it from somebody who's in the game, hasn't graduated school too long ago, and he learned the cash flow lessons in the school of hard knocks. And so hopefully you can learn it in the real school. Good luck.